My name is Lisa. I am a mother. I'm a wife. I have step grandchildren. The oldest is 22. Crazy. Crazy to think about it. We have all adult children. We have 4 children together, and our youngest is 30. So nothing makes me feel old like sharing that information. But let's see here. Okay, so I have been an entrepreneur almost my entire life. I've been a business owner practically my entire life. I entered the world of network marketing, though, a little over a year ago. Something I never thought I would do. I was the person that said, there's no way I'd do that pyramid scheme thing. And here I am. Not only doing it, but loving it. So now my passion is to empower entrepreneurs with the tools and skills to succeed online. When I started my network marketing business, I took off like crazy, like gangbusters. Within 48 hours, had my first party. I signed up 6 customers, loyal customers during that first party. I made my money back on my initial investment into the company within 30 days. I signed up a couple of promoters with me. I, at one point, had the most customers in our line, from the top to the bottom. So I did really well, and I loved it, and I had a lot of fun. And then I went through my warm market. That was it. I didn't have anyone else to talk to about it. So I knew that there had to be a way to leverage social media to build my business. But I didn't really know what that was. And my company, even though we had great leaders and we had great training, I've joined a couple other companies since then. So I know we have great training. We didn't have enough training on how to use social media effectively. So I went in search of it, and in search of it, and in search of it, until I found a system that not only provided education and training, but also gave me an avenue to leverage social media to promote my business. So I went from, well, after, I didn't think I would share this with you, but I guess I will. After my first 6 months of being in my network marketing company, I was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of skin cancer. And so I had to take some time off. And when I came back to my business, I didn't really have a business. I'd lost most of my customers. I had lost most of my promoters. So I had to start over, and I'd already gone through my warm market, so I knew that wasn't going to be an option. So I found another way. And I want to share that with you. I want to help you so that you can learn from my mistakes, and you can experience the success right away. I went from not having anyone to talk to in my warm market and approaching everybody I knew on social media in the form of spamming, really, to where I lost friends on social media. I had people block me. I had them unfriend me. So that wasn't working. And then when I found this educational platform, I went from no leads to 200 leads in 6 weeks, which was amazing. And signing up reps into my business on autopilot, getting new customers, I actually brought in another business, so I have more than one stream of income now. And it's just been great. And so I want to share that with you. So how would it feel if you had leads and sales coming into your business on autopilot every single day? How would that feel? I got to tell you, it feels pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing to wake up in the morning and see that you have a bunch of leads with something that you posted a week ago. What would it feel like if you had people reaching out to you every single day, wanting to work with you? That feels pretty amazing too. I get people every day that ask me, what can I do? How can you help me? I need help. So what would that be worth to you? What would your business look like, and what would that be worth to you? Well, here's what I want to do. I shared kind of some of my story and some of my ugly moments when people unfriended me and blocked me. And I just want you to know that there's another way. There's a better way. And I know for the most part, what companies are teaching their reps to do on social media. And what I need from you now is I want your permission to share with you some information that might be contradictory to what your company is training you to do. And if that's okay, then I want to get on with this and I want to do it, and I want to share with you, I'll share with you why, and I'll share with you what has been more effective for me since I made the change. I made the change at the beginning of February in the way I was doing my marketing, and it has made a huge difference and a huge impact on my business and my life and my time freedom and my financial freedom, and that's what I want for you. So we are going to start with Facebook. Now, generally speaking, a lot of what we're going to talk about, really the general view of it can be applied to any social media platform. We're going to focus on Facebook today, and then we'll probably touch on some of the other social media platforms next time. But right now I want to start with Facebook. And it's important to, we're going to start from the beginning, okay? So we're going to start with setting up your Facebook page. And I know that you probably already have a Facebook profile, but what I want to do is I want to talk about so I thought I had mine open. Okay. Excuse me. So a couple things. Your profile page, your timeline, it's a lot like a news ticker, okay? Only in the form of marketing, in the form of promoting you. And so everything you post on your timeline, you need to use that to your advantage. You need to look at your timeline as, who do you want to attract? What type of people do you want to have come join you in your company? And that's the way you should set up your profile. Now, I know we all use our profile for personal use too, and I do also. So I'm going to show you how you can keep them separate, but on the same timeline. Starts with your with your Facebook profile photo. You want to make sure that the photo that you use is an actual photo of you. Not of your kids and not of your pets and not of a scenic thing. It needs to be you. And we'll go into this a little bit more, but the whole idea is that we want to we want people to know who you are. So we want you to be recognizable. So when people go to another social media platform, they see the picture and they go, oh yeah, I saw her on Facebook. Okay, it's all about people recognizing you and knowing who you are, becoming the authority. That's how you start attracting leaders to you, okay? They have to be able to find you though. So, because this isn't about chasing people, this is about doing it without having to chase people. This is about having people coming to you. So it starts with your profile picture, a nice clear picture, and it can be a fun picture because it's okay to have fun. It's good to have fun. We want everyone to know that you are an actual person. And that's why the picture is important. How many of you have had a friend request from someone and it didn't have a picture of them? Several of you, right? Right, yeah. See, and what does that do? Well, it makes me really leery and I'm not sure I want to accept them. And oftentimes I don't. If I can't tell who they are or what they are, and there's no real picture, I don't accept them as a friend. So you want to network and you want to meet people. And to do that, you need to have a picture that people can recognize. So that it starts with that. The next thing is your cover photo. And there's a lot of ways you can go with this. But again, you want to do something that represents you, represents how you feel, what you think, what you stand for. So whatever that is, and it doesn't have to be an inspirational quote. This is just what I use. It's my main focus is inspiring people. I've been a fitness instructor for over almost 8 years, and I just like inspiring people. That's what I like to do. So oh, I'm checking my messages here because I'm getting messages from people on the webinar. Sorry about that. Okay, so this can be a scenic picture. If I would suggest, if you're going to use scenery, you add some verbiage to it, something positive, something that really resonates with you and who you are and what you stand for. But again, you want to stay away from caricatures. We want to stay away from like a picture of your family would be okay. That would actually be really good, because if family is important, right? It's important to me, so that's not a bad thing to have. So, but a picture that somehow represents you. All right, so that covers your photos. The next thing that we want to make sure that you do, you want your profile to be public. And I know a lot of people are really hesitant about this. And I think it, and I was too. And I think it's because we use our profile for private things or things that we only want our friends to see. Excuse me. But I'm going to show you how you can separate that, how you can use the same timeline for your business and for your family and friends, but keep who sees those posts, keep them separate, okay? So if your profile is set to private, you're going to go on the very far right-hand side, that drop-down menu there, and come down to settings. We're going to go in here because there's a couple of things that we want to check and make sure we have set up right. I'm sharing my screen, so it's going to be slow making the transitions. Well, goodness. I must have logged myself out. So back to this drop down menu. When I was trying to get this webinar started, my internet went down. It's just typical, right? When you're trying to get something like this done. So I had a momentary panic attack. Thought, how do you do a webinar if you do not have internet service? It's kind of hard to do. And now it's just acting up on me. I'll try the other window. Let's see. It'll be any better. When you come over to your Facebook Live video is on top. So a couple of things we're going to do when we come over, if we can ever get into settings, that you're public, and then we're going to control people can see on your timeline. And we can do that over here in settings. So to change the privacy settings, you go over to privacy here on the left. and who can see your posts. We want to change that to public. And then you can limit the amount of past posts. You can review things that are posted to your timeline. You can set up the privacy as far as who can look up your email number, your address, all that kind of stuff. So even though you set it to public, you can edit these other privacy settings. And then when it comes to your timeline and tagging, you can set it so that you have to approve anything that's added to your timeline. And if you're going to have a public profile, I would definitely recommend that. That's what I do. So who can see the post on your timeline? Or who can post on your timeline? I have mine set to friends. And I don't know if that's good or not, or if it should be everyone, but I also have it turned on so that I review anytime anything is posted to my timeline or anytime it's tagged. It can still show up in other people's news feeds when they do that, but I can keep things from being posted on my timeline by this. So if somebody posts something that's inappropriate, I can take it off my timeline before anyone sees it on my timeline. And I put who can see posts I've been tagged in on my timeline. Only I can see those when I've been tagged. And then if it's something that I want other people to do, I can change the setting on that post. But this way, I'm the first one who sees what's on my timeline. And because I don't know if you've ever had somebody post something inappropriate on your timeline, but I have. And this way, by doing this, I'm the only one who sees it. And then I can change that. I can delete it if it's inappropriate, or if it's something I want to share with everyone else right on that post, I can change the privacy. I have it set to review all tags anytime I'm tagged. So those are all good things. If you're going to have your account set to public, I would definitely make sure you go through these and set these, whatever you feel is appropriate for you, what you want to do. And then there's one more thing. Come over here to public posts on the left side. And we want to make sure you have your follow button activated. So up here, it's who can follow me. You want to be able to let people follow you. And if you're not familiar what following is somebody can follow you and you can follow other people without sending a friend request. If they have their follow button activated, then you can follow people. And we're going to talk about why that's important next week. But we want to make sure that you have yours who can follow me set to public so that people can follow you. And then I'll show you why that's important later, okay? So those are the things that I wanted to do there. Now let's come back on over to our timeline. So we've covered the profile picture and the cover photo. The next thing that is super, super important to have, you want to make sure that you have your about and your info section filled out. This is where I might contradict training that has been provided by your companies, but I want you to leave anything that has to do with your business off of this section. I want it to just be about you, and I'm going to explain why here in just a second. A catchphrase or a tagline, whatever, if you already have one, that's what you want to use in here. You see mine is empowering entrepreneurs with skills and tools to succeed online. Fitness, health, and wealth, I do it all. So nothing about my business is on here. It's all about me. And there's a couple of reasons why. When you put your company out there or your products out there, when it's just posted for other people to find, here's what happens. A couple of things happens. One, they're going to Google it. And I'm going to tell you that I know this happens because this is how I found my first company. I heard about a product. I Googled it. I found the product for sale on Amazon, even though it is a direct sales company, and I ordered through Amazon. Okay. So that's what happens. People see what you're selling. They're going to Google it. The first thing that's going to pop up is Amazon, and they can order it from Amazon and not you. And now you've lost a customer. So that's one thing that'll happen. And it happens because I've done it twice. Not on purpose. I didn't realize they were direct sales. It was right there on Amazon. So I'm telling you, it happens. The next thing that happens is they Google it, and they're going to find the worst possible review about your company and your products that's out there. That's going to be the one they find. And so they're going to already have, you know, they're already not going to like your company and your products. They're already going to have a mental block about them because they found the worst review on the internet. It's the only one out there, but that's the one they found. So that's why it's really important to not put those links out there until you're ready to present them, so that you can share them and present them in a good light, in a positive light, in a way that people are going to be open to it. And so that they're not going out and finding it on their own, buying it somewhere else, or finding the worst review. So I have lost reps this way too, by the way. Asked me about what I was doing. They saw the business on there, and then they went and joined someone else. So that's why you don't want that on there. Besides the fact that that's what everyone else is doing, right? They're all putting their products and their company on there. And we want you to stand out. We want you to be different. We want to set you apart from all the thousands of other reps out there, so that you are unique and people are attracted to you because of that uniqueness. All right, so fill out your about your intro. And if you have a fan page or a business page, you can connect that right here. So what you do is you just make your place of work be your fan page. And now that's a clickable link. Somebody visits your timeline, they can click on your business fan page, and it's going to take them right over there. And that's important because on your fan page, you're going to have a little more business. It's a little more business related. So you really want to do that. If you have a business or fan page, you want to make that the place you work at, so that it is a clickable link and people can click right on over to your fan page. The other reason you don't really want to put your company name on here as the place you work is, I started out with one company. I'm now in 3. And many marketers have more than one income stream. You can't list them all. So we're going to promote you, and then you can promote which business is appropriate when you're talking to someone. Let's see. We already talked about that. All right, so branding. We've already been talking a little bit about branding and why is branding important? Well, branding is what's going to help set you apart from the rest, from the pack, from all the other reps in your company. You are a unique person, and I don't mean the company unique, although you could be that too. But you're an individual, and even though you're with a company, you're not that company. That is someone else's company. So what you want to do is set yourself up as the authority, as a go-to person when people think of that business that you're in, whatever it is. They think, oh yeah, that's Lisa. I know, because I know, like, and trust her because she's built a good rapport with me, and we'll get to how you're going to do that later. But it's important to brand you as an authority and as the go-to person, because here's what happens. Even if you don't do it, you're going to get branded. Somebody is going to brand you, and it may not be favorable. So we want you to take the lead here and brand yourself first, make it positive, set it up in a way that you attract the types of people and kinds of people that you want to work with. So that is why branding is important, and it's important that you do it even if you're just beginning, because like I said, if you don't brand yourself, someone else will, and it's probably not going to be very favorable. All right, so we've got your profile all set up. You've got your picture, you have your cover photo, you've got your follow button turned on, you're public. Public means you're open for business, so people can find you. If your profile is set to private, people can't find you, and we want people to be able to find you. So now let's talk about your timeline. Your timeline is your prime real estate to market yourself and your business, but not by just posting your links out there. We're going to talk about how you can market your business on your timeline in a more effective way that actually, again, attracts people to you. I want you to think about your timeline like a TV show. You turn a TV show on. You've never seen it before. You're turning it on for the first time to watch it. You sit down, you've got your popcorn, you've got your soda, you got your blanket, snuggled up on the couch, ready to watch this new TV show that you've heard about. And you turn it on and there's a commercial. And you go, oh, okay. Well, and then there's another commercial. And then there's another commercial. And then there's another commercial. And then you realize that that's all you're going to get is commercials. And so what are you going to do? Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the channel, or I'm going to shut it off. I am not going to watch an hour of commercials. And that's the way you need to take a look at your timeline. I challenge you all to take a look at your timeline and see if all you're posting on your timeline are commercials. Because here's what happens. If all you post is about your business, about your products, about your opportunity, if that's all you post on there, people are going to start tuning it out. And they're going to start tuning it out in a couple of ways, not just not looking at it and not paying attention to it, but someone can be your friend and unfollow all your posts. So that means you're still connected on Facebook and you're still friends, but they don't see anything you post, and they control that. They can do that themselves and you don't even know it. The other thing someone can do, and you'll know if they do this, is they can unfriend you. And I'm telling you, when I started in this business, before I understood how to use my timeline, I was unfriended. I lost some friends on Facebook. I didn't understand this concept, and so it's really important. I challenge you to take a look at your profile, your timeline, and see if you were an ordinary person coming to your profile for the first time, if you would look at it and say, wow, all I've got here are commercials. Nothing entertaining here. I'm going somewhere else. It's important to keep in mind what Facebook wants, okay? Facebook we all heard about their algorithm and how they rank posts. And they rank posts by the likes, the engagement, and shares, okay? Shares are super, super important. Shares give you way more credibility if somebody shares your post, and the more people that share it, the more credibility that you get. So share is really important. People come to Facebook to engage, to connect, to be entertained. They don't really come to Facebook to be pitched. So keep that in mind, and we're going to talk about this more exactly about what you should be posting on your timeline. Facebook wants you to contribute value and to connect with people. And they are not favorable about things outside of that scope. And they really are not favorable about links that take people away from Facebook. They want everyone to enjoy the Facebook experience, and they want everyone to remain on Facebook. So when you post something that has your link to a website that leads away from Facebook, Facebook is going to give that a lot less weight, and it's going to be seen by a lot less people. So that's why it's important to not have links in there, because not as many people are going to see them as if you were just to make a post. Facebook measures positive feedback and negative feedback, and people can, I don't know if you've ever done this before, but you can rank a post. When you see a post, if you don't like it, you can click on the right-hand side upper corner and say, I don't like this post. And then Facebook will ask you, well, why don't you like it? Is it nudity or adult content, spamming? And so people can mark your post as spammy. And if that happens, Facebook will close your account, or they'll shut you down. You've heard about Facebook jail? It exists. And they'll put you in Facebook jail. So if you're spamming a lot, and people can mark it as spam, and then Facebook is going to not let you post for a little while. So not only, and that's going to really hurt your engagement. So that's why it's important to keep to post things that are entertaining, that educate, that people want to share, that connect people. And we're going to talk about what kind of posts to do that. So you want to create an environment that will attract people to you. I want you to think about the type of person you want to work with. Okay, I want you right now, think about that. What kind of person is it that you want to work with? Is it somebody that's has high energy? Is it somebody that's fun to be around? Somebody that's positive, somebody that's motivated? Okay, whatever that is, you need to think about that and keep that in mind when you're making your posts. And here's a little tip for you. Chances are, it's more likely than not, the type of person you're looking to attract to you and to your business is someone like you. You're probably looking for someone like you. Someone that's motivated, that wants to run a business, that wants to be successful, that has a lot of energy, that's fun to be around. So keep that in mind when you're making your post for your profile. Keep it positive and non-controversial. We all have an opinion. I'm not going to tell you what my grandfather used to tell me about opinions, but everyone's got one, and most of them stink, is what he used to say. Doesn't mean you can't have an opinion. You just want to stay away from posting things that can be controversial, because you could end up turning off the one person that is going to become, the six-figure earner in your downline, and you do not want to turn that person away. That's for sure. All right, so now that we've talked about what you want your post to look like, what types of things to post, who you want to attract to your timeline, what not to post, we're going to go to the 10-4-1 rule on posting. And the 10-4-1 rule, I love that. Some people say 80-20%, 80% not business, 20% business. Some people say 90% of your posts should be, family, pets, whatever, not business, and only 10% should be about business. And those are all good. Those are all true and all good. I kind of like the 10-4-1 rule, and this is not my rule. This is, I think it's been around forever. But the 10-4-1 rule, if you post 15 times during the week, 10 of those 15 posts should be not business related at all, not have anything at all to do with the business or with your products. Those 10 posts are for you to engage people, to invite them into your world so they can get to know you, so you can develop that know, like, and trust factor. So they'll be about whatever things that interest you, whatever hobbies you have, about your kids, about pets, about vacations, time off during the day, movies you've seen, books you read, whatever. Just so that recipes, working out, cooking, whatever it is, whatever your interests are, whatever your hobbies are, that's what those 10 posts are. And purpose of those posts is just to get people to know you, to like you, trust you, so that they can say, hey, I know her. Wow, I like that too. I want to do business with her. I'm like that. I like the same things. So that's 10 of your posts. All right, four out of the 15 are going to be business related. But again, no products and definitely no links, okay? These are going to be more of curiosity posts. So testimonials are good. You can share testimonials without mentioning the product, without sharing any links. You want to raise enough curiosity that first of all, you don't want it to be a commercial, so people are tuning out. We love to hear success stories. So success stories are good. If you can make people feel emotion, okay? If you can bring emotion into it and make them feel something, they will be engaged, and they might even share that. So you want to share really heartwarming success stories. without mentioning product or company. And so that they can feel that emotion, they're engaged in that content, and they're going to reach out to you and say, hey, what is that? What did that? And I know because I have done these kind of posts, and you might not see it on your timeline. You know, people might not comment right there, although some will, but you'll get private messages because they don't want everybody else to know. They don't want everybody to know that they're asking about this amazing product that made their wrinkles go away, or made somebody lose weight, or made somebody stronger, or, you know, whatever it is, whatever niche you're in. So 4 out of the 15. Then one post a week about your business, just one. You can go ahead and throw in the link there. If you could tell a story, you know, facts tell, stories sell. So if you bring a story in when you're talking about your business, instead of just going, hey, this is my business, here's my product, think about putting it in some kind of a story format. Maybe you can talk about your own success story, or the way it's impacted your life, either financially or the way the products have, how they make you feel. Again, you want to elicit emotion here. So talk about how it made you feel, how it could make them feel, what it did for your life, what it could do for their life, you know, that type of thing. That's your one post a week. So again, you want to engage people, you want to get them involved. You want people to get to know, like, and trust you. You want to build curiosity. You want to share lifestyle. You want to, when you're doing posts, motivational posts are good to use. Inspirational posts are good to use. People love pets. So, you know, funny to use, those get a lot of engagement. People love kids too. There are lots of great little kid videos or pictures that people love. Turn to Google or YouTube and search motivation, search inspiration, search, you know, funny pets, whatever. That's how you'll find things. And then you want to use things in your post that you're going to get the most engagement from, that people are going to want to share. Because remember, sharing, that is the #1 thing that Facebook uses in their algorithm. So all those are good. Sharing relevant articles that have to do with whatever your niche is. So it may not be something you're doing, but let's say you're in the skincare industry. If there's an article about, you know, 3 foods that can help you look younger, you know, that's relevant. It doesn't mention your company, but it's something that people that might be interested in your products would also be interested in that information. That's what you want to educate them on, things that the person you're looking to attract would be interested in knowing. So relevant articles, relevant videos, those are all good, and they can be your upline videos too. But here's the thing. If you're not doing so yet, we really need to get you to making your own videos. And I know it's scary. I know it's scary. Anyone who's ever done a video understands how scary it is. But here's the thing. We could have the same friends, the exact same friends list. And I can be doing my Facebook Lives, and you can be doing your Facebook Lives. And there are going to be people on that friends list that are going to be able to relate to me. But there are going to be people on the friends list, on our same friends list, that are going to be able to relate to you more than me. Okay, and they don't know that. I mean, you can say a lot about you in your pictures and in your posts, but it's those videos that really, really, really get people to know you and to see you and to feel your emotion and to feel your passion. And so no matter who it is, and it could even be that, you know, even if it's somebody who's friends with Ray Higdon or Todd Falcone or any of the top leaders, there's still people on those lists that there are some people that are just going to feel more of a connection with you. And you'll never know that. And they'll never know that unless you put yourself out there in those videos. So if you're not doing them yet, we need to get you there. And if you'd like some help with that on the side, I'm not really going to cover that very much in this training, but contact me and you and I can talk about it, okay? Because I really want to get you there. It's so important. And I believe that, not everyone is right for every business and not every business is right for everyone. But there are people that are looking for you, and they'll never be able to find you or never know it's you they're looking for unless you start doing those videos. So it's really important. And if you're not doing it yet, we are going to get you there. I am going to get you there. All right. So we talked about motivation and inspiration, talked about the different types of posts. Here's the number one thing, besides not posting your products or links on your timeline. You need to be consistent. So you need to be posting a couple of times a day at least on your Facebook timeline. And if there's an app I use, or it's a online program that I use called Postcron. So if doing the post throughout the day is not something you can do because of work or your schedule with your kids or whatever, you can use Postcron. It's free. You can schedule your apps, and you could actually on the weekend schedule your posts. So on the weekend, you could actually schedule all your posts for the following week. So they're all set up. They're all ready to go. The date, the time, what it is, the photo, if it's a photo. You could set them all up and have them all ready to go, and they will post throughout the week. And that saves so much time and is so nice, and it really, really, really helps you to be consistent. So if you're not using that yet, check it out. It's called Postcron.
All right, so I wanted to take just a second to talk about personal development. If we want our business to grow, then we must grow, and personal development is key to our growth as entrepreneurs. So I wanted to share with you just a few of my favorite personal development books and a couple other things. The great thing about this also is that it makes really good content to share on your timeline. Personal development quotes or topics are some of the most shared topics on Facebook. So it really will help your engagement on your timeline, like we were talking about. So one of them is the book, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It's a super easy read. I think I read it in about 2 days. The next one is Go Pro by Eric Worre. I think every network marketer should read Go Pro, and I believe he gives that book away on his website. So go find Eric Worre. The next one is Go for No. Also, super easy read. It's really short, and I think I read it in a couple of days too. Very powerful. And The Miracle Morning. The Miracle Morning will really help you get a good schedule started in the morning that will just set the whole tone for your day. It's a great book also. Now, I realize not everyone has time to read, or not everyone likes to read. So another option is our podcasts. And I actually listen to podcasts while I'm getting ready in the morning, or while I'm driving in my car, or while I'm going for a walk, or while I'm at the gym on the treadmill. Okay, podcasts are great for that. And if you'd like to know some of my favorite subscriptions that I have that I listen to, I would be more than happy to share that with you. Another great thing that's available right now on Netflix is The Secret. It's about the law of attraction, and super, super powerful. If you have Netflix, watch The Secret. It is really great. So that's all for today. I thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you got some value from it. If you did, please invite your friends, invite your teammates. We'll meet again next week at the same time. We're going to talk about where to find prospects specific for your niche, how to connect with them, how to keep track. We're also going to touch on Facebook fan pages just really quickly at the beginning, and a couple other things. I'm gonna have some bonuses for you, some gifts. So thank you so much again for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next week.